welcome back to the channel. This is Ego Kitten 7770, back with another episode of my Escape from Mars scenario series. Now with 3 G-corp bases neutralized, so I'm getting there. Just gonna loot this one. Well, actually, I do need power. And there happens to be a stationary grid in front of me. Now, I need a way to connect to it. And I don't have a conveyor system going all the way up front yet. Where can I put one? I could go off the sides through here, though that would block my access to this area. I could go along the outer edge. No.
Tower reports convoy arrived.
I go up. Forgot what's above me. No, I'm gonna try going up. Oops. I know what's above me. That's the cabin. Okay, can't go up. So my other option is to go forward. Sorry, ore detector, you gotta go. I need space. With as large as Watermelon is, I didn't think I'd ever run out of space. Yeah, I've got room for more things, it's just those things take up space, and I'm slowly running out of it. If I place it here, will it be in the way? I hope not, but it might be. I'm gonna do cargo container. I'm doing more cargo containers since, well, ammo doesn't exactly have a dedicated spot. It seems to be all over the place. I've got way too much stuff. If I break down the components to their base
Energy
materials,
low.
that would be less weight than carrying the components themselves. I've currently got the assembler going, breaking down about 22,000 steel plates, so that should cut the weight a bit. Hoping. Let me see. Down to about 70,000 ice. If I were to run it with the oxygen generators, that would be about, let's see, it would take about 25 minutes to get through that with 202 gens. So, not the most optimal situation on ice. Yeah, that's gonna wind up being in the way. Don't really need an ore detector except for finding ice. Though I know where to get some. Just go to the ice mine. The problem is, I would have to get watermelon back up there, and I'm not sure I can climb that hill with as heavy as watermelon is, even with the thrusters. Now, I know there's ice by the flight research facility.
Energy low.
So I could go there and grab it. If need be. I could also produce it with the moisture evaporators. Though, even with power efficiency modules, they consume so much power, and that's the reason why they're not on my main grid. You know what? I think a corner might look funny if I put a connector directly on it. Do a conveyor. I'll put the connector on the bottom and I guess a turret on the top, since I've been meaning to put more guns on watermelon. This way I'll have at least one external connector so I can link up to grids to, steal their power. I've currently got 3 batteries above 25%. The rest, they don't even have a single light on them. 2 are drained. So, yeah, not the best situation to be in.
Energy critical.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I was thinking about going to the chair to recharge, but I still got 7 bits of energy left. I can make it to the med bay. Originally, I was going to take Sprout out that opening and load up the valuable loot. And then I realized the grinder only has a large port on it. Won't work with Sprout's layout. So by hand it is. However, I'm gonna be a bit smart about this. Instead of flying back and forth using fuel, I can simply connect it to the base and then grab all the loot. This way, while I'm looting, watermelon can charge. Okay, cool. Ammo went into that container. I have a decent amount of Gatling. I think I'll hold off on making another turret, since I have limited ammo. $297 cases plus whatever is in each turret. isn't a whole lot. Now, if I had 125 cases per turret, then yeah, that'd be a lot of ammo. I might have to ambush some more convoys. Or make a better system for capturing bases. The railgun likes to delete blocks. It's a bit overpowered for what I'm doing. A single railgun might be better, but maybe not, because that would cause kick. Alright, let's see if I'm lined up enough. Close, not perfectly lined up. The problem with this base is the railgun didn't just destroy the turrets, it destroyed the containers with the ammo also. But it's not one thing, it's another. Now I want to say that connector's 4 blocks up. I'll measure it out to make sure.
Delivery of Site 39, ETA 35.
What shipment was that? Oh, just arrived. Never mind. The only shipments I'm really interested in are ammo and uranium. I was right. It is 4 blocks. Well, technically it's 4.5 blocks if you include the base, since it's raised up above the ground a little bit. Whoops. Oh well, I'll just leave it. Grab the grab the corner by accident again. What is with the it's not Izzy's, but when you grab inventory and it doesn't give you everything on the first try, that's annoying. I think that's just part of the base game. It's one of the glitches. Alright. I can now loot in peace. Though I still need to make a way for watermelon to charge. I can steal the power from the 1 battery, but that's just 1 battery for 10. Not gonna work. Oh. I'll add a couple of wind turbines and get my power through that. Sorry, just woke up. Now, I put this footage together on Tuesday. I just went to post it, and I realized I didn't have sound. So, whoops, I forgot to voice it. Now, I took the time to do all the sound adjustments for this one. And I may have to adjust it further for the voice that I'm going to add to it. I've been playing, well, Space Engineers for more work footage. And I've been doing a lot of work off camera. Nothing that needs to be recorded, just inventory sorting, breaking down components, that sort of thing. Since watermelon is getting increasingly heavy. Wow, I got it in one try. It's almost like I've been doing this for 10 years. Well, I've been playing Space Engineers for 10 years, though I've only been recording it for 3 years. Or has it been 4 yet? It's about maybe 3.5 years. Now these aren't optimally high off the ground, however it is a storm, so they should be getting extra charge. And it's hooked up. Well, I knew it was, it's just, I like to check. Alright, I've got most everything loaded off. I thought I'd do something fun and give in to my impulsive thoughts.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery X5398. ETA 35.
Or give in to my intrusive thoughts. And just drop a tower. Just for the fun of it. I'm not done yet. I could drop another level.
Inventory
Just
full.
unwarranted wanton destruction. I haven't done this since I almost dropped a tower on my head. And the programmable block, which did hit me in the head but didn't kill me. I'm so confident that this won't crush me, I'll stand under it. Boom. Love that sound of the falling blocks. Now then, I'm not gonna go through and grind down the rest of this by hand. That's going to be...
Energy
well,
low.
that's gonna take several hours. So I'm gonna be smart about this. Now I installed a mod. Now this mod I didn't install prior because I felt it would break the balance of the game. It's a bit overpowered. I've only used this, I used it a few months ago on a test server. It's overpowered. And that's the main reason why I didn't install it. It's part of the tool core system. So, I'll show you once I got this broken down and built. Just checking. Okay. Probably should have checked the cargo container first, but since it was empty, it doesn't matter. Now, for this, I'm going to need an advanced rotor, a hinge, conveyor, maybe a control pit, and a camera. Also a custom turret controller. So, hashtag one more subgrid. Technically 2 more subgrids, because there's the rotor's going to create a subgrid, then the hinge is going to create a subgrid. And I'll be doing it in large grid. This tool core option, you could do small or large grid. The problem is, with what I'm doing, small grid only has 100 meters range, and large grid has 300 meter range. And since this base is more than 100 meters wide, I'm going to need large grid. Otherwise I'll have to move watermelon. which isn't a huge issue. I think that hinge is in the right direction. The hinge has a, the hinge only has one direction of movement, so if you put it the wrong way, your controls turn inverted. And that's annoying, since I don't use inverted controls. Now, when I used to use an Xbox controller, yeah, I inverted the controls because it made more sense. But in PC, inverting the mouse, yeah, seems a little counterproductive. Now, I haven't tried this mod since it first came out. I think, well, actually, it was a year ago this mod came out. And wow, it's been a year since I last used it. I know they added a turret to it, but there's no way to control the turret. So, yeah. I'm not going to be using the turret. That's why I'm making my own turret. You would think by adding a turret to the tool core that they would, I don't know, add a way to control the turret. Oh well. I believe the turret is set up for AI, but I don't use drones. For one, I don't really know how to set up a drone. I've dabbled with it in the past, but it usually never goes well. There's always an issue with it. It doesn't want to land correctly, it crashes, it doesn't want to... It just... Yeah, I've had bad experiences with drones. Then if they blow up and you're in the camera, guess what? You hear the thruster sound until you reset the game. I don't know why that camera glitch is in there. It is, and it's very annoying. Let's see. That is not where I need to be. There it is. I don't know exactly where the custom turret controller falls under. And here it is. The simple laser multi-tool. Yes, I said laser. And my inventory is full. It has 3 separate modes. Grind, weld, and mine. It is a bit tricky to set up, since you can't just activate it on the... Well, I'll show you. Let me finish setting up the custom turret. Now, where can I put this? I guess... Clunk? What was the clunk? Why am I hearing a clunk? Not out of power. Otherwise the hinge would fall. Now, not all the batteries are fully charged. About 70% of the batteries are fully charged. And honestly, the assembler is eating most of the power. It still has to go through another 11,000 plates before it's done. Well, there's also interior panels, uh, metal grids, and a few other things that need to be broken down. I'm just gonna quickly add tool to all these things so I know where they're at. Whoops, that's not the key I meant to hit. I hit escape instead of right mouse. The main issue with Tool Core is you can't just add it to the tools and have it work, since it's not recognized. So normally how these work is you find the custom turret controller, which I just clicked on. It doesn't have a content. So you set up the rotor, the hinge, and the camera. Then normally you would scroll down and select the tool or the weapon. That works on the vanilla blocks. It does not work on the modded blocks, in my experience. So you have to manually work the turret. It's the simple multi-tool. And it is a little tricky to set up, and I don't exactly remember fully how to set it up, so I'm going to do some experimentation to see if I can get it to work. I know it's worked in the past, I just haven't used it in a while. So I'm going to need custom turret controller. Oops. Control, and then from the control I need to set up the actions. Alright, and now I can set up the actions. Oh. I can't do that in a subgrid. Huh. Alright. Well, it's not going to be as optimized as I wanted it to be. So I need to grab the multi-tool. I could grab it in tools, but you can see it's grayed out. And if I click the button, nothing happens. So there's a few things you need to grab in it. I want to grab the one that's not grayed out. I believe it's this one. Should be able to let me open them. Yep, there it is. So I need action or mode. Try action. No, it's not action. It's mode. The mode allows me to select weld, grind, and mine. Then it's either now draw on and off. That will show me the area of effect. And on this one, I can't remember if I need on, off, or activate. So I'll start with on and off. Doesn't look like that's working. Can I at least switch the mode? So here's the area of effect. It will extend out past the beam, but it's not working. Weld, here it is, grind. Oh, it looks like there's the drone, I'll check on that later. Let me see. I have a feeling on-off is not the right thing. Let's see. That one's good. On-off is working. I feel like it's activate I need. Alright. Let me actually go into the block itself and figure out what I did wrong. Because I might not have grid selected. No, all the grids were selected. Oh, it is activate. Okay. Now you can see it, how fast it is and why I figured it was. See? It's extremely quick, and that's why I didn't want to install it.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery of
So it
staff
looks like I did
items.
enough damage to that drone for it to crash. Now, I didn't see I dropped... Now, either I did that... See how there's thrusters on the ground? I didn't see anything drop off the drone when I was shooting it. Then again, I wasn't always looking at it. I wonder what thrusters those were. Are those lifting thrusters? No, because it was still going up. Those might have been maneuvering thrusters. And the reason why it kept going up is because it was trying to correct its course. Drones need at least one thruster in all directions, otherwise they start wigging out. And I think that's what happened with that drone. Because it kept gaining altitude. As you can see, this laser it can slice, it can dice, it can Juliet and mince. However, if an engineer is unfortunate enough to get into the beam, it could even stir fry. Well, it can stir fry the engineer. Now, this sounded better in my head. I didn't say it correctly in my mouth, so let me try it again. Introducing the laser multi-tool. It can slice, dice, it can even mince and Juliet. I don't know what that one is. It could even stir fry any engineer unfortunate enough to get in its beam. Disclaimer, we are not... I can't do it fast. I was gonna say, disclaimer, we are not responsible for any injuries or death caused by interference with the laser by any means other than how it's appropriately used. Honestly, that sounded better in my head. Because my thoughts can go faster than my mouth. If I go too fast with my mouth, I start, well, stuttering. It's like taking a Death Star laser to a grid. And I have no qualms about breaking down the battery that's in here since it's fully emptied. I completely drained it. Oh, I thought I completely drained it. Oh well. I guess I just got more power from the wind turbines than I thought. Now, grinding, it's faster, definitely faster by hand, and it's definitely faster than putting a grinder on a small grid. Also, this doesn't throw blocks from the grinders, which can happen with normal grinders. It can literally yeet blocks hundreds of miles away. It's possible, if the planet gravity is low enough, to yeet a block into space. From a moon, you could definitely yeet blocks into space where they won't come down. This takes out that yeeting problem. Though it is having a little difficulty with the heavy armor. I just noticed that. However, that fully welded reactor in there just eats it. Not much left. Well, the reactor's gone. I don't even want to know how heavy watermelon's getting. Let's see. I went from about 200. I gained almost a.
Tower reports convoy arrives.
I think I gained like 600,000 kilograms on the last ground base I ground down. Which is gonna put watermelon over 4 million kilograms, if I'm doing my math even remotely close. I don't know the exact number, since I don't memorize what every block weighs. I have no idea what I just dropped right there. Anyways, the main reason why this is overpowered is if I switch it to drill mode, it will literally drill a 300-meter hole in about 6 seconds. Yeah. That's the main reason why I didn't want to install it. You can also weld up an entire small grid in about 4 seconds. If the small grid is small enough, like a small missile, it could weld those up pretty quick. And the main reason why I haven't used any missiles is, well, I don't want to get stuck with the camera sounds and the thruster noises. It's very annoying when that happens, and it usually happens when you're in a camera and then the camera gets destroyed. You can still hear the thruster movements, even though you're not in the thrusters. I'm kind of saving the wind turbines, or I was, so there would be power on the base, since it has no battery or reactor. And it's still lit up. Oh, the solar panel. There's one solar panel still left on this thing. Once I hit that, the base is gonna go dark. It really does not like to grind down the heavy armor. Light armor, yeah, it goes like crazy, but the heavy armor, it is even super slow. Also, you may notice the base is now a neutral. It wouldn't grind it down when it was owned by me. I had to... Oh, I hit the solar panel. And it's too dark for me to see with the sandstorm. Now, if you remember, I ground down my headlight to install the turret and the connector. Which means I need to add lights. I don't know why I typed it in when I had it on the page. Oh well. Didn't see it. Yeah, there we go. It's enough for one. You know what? I was gonna put it up on the middle, but I believe it's gonna interfere with the turret. So, where can I put my headlight? I think the roof would be too high. If I put it down here, it's going to interfere with the turret. It's also too low to the ground. I guess I could put it up here until I find a better place for it. So I'll have a left and right headlight now. And grab the other one. Oh boy. And this sandstorm's worse because it's technically sundown. So it's dusk, and that's soon to be night. Okay, that's a lot clearer. I think the two headlights actually work way better than the one, since all the headlights cover each other's gaps. It's like looking at daylight now. Fortunately, those are all blocks, just steel blocks. Doesn't matter much if they drop. I've been in here so long. I think this is like the 5th sandstorm. I cut most of them out since they just screw with audio. And normally you would be hearing grinding sounds and blocks breaking. However, I'm a bit far away for that to happen. Plus, I'm not using a grinder. I'm using a laser. Still, this would have taken me hours to grind down by hand. It may have even taken me it might have even taken me hours to grind it down with a grid. With the laser multi-tool, it was about 30 minutes? 25 to 30 minutes? Not bad. I will select this to activate on and off so I can turn the beam off. And I'll check out that drone. Don't have to update the death board. Let's go see what's up with that drone. Pretty sure that's the one I was shooting at. Oof, lag. It's the storm. It wreaks havoc on my graphics card. It's not even damaged. What about the other one? It looks like I shot the armor around the thrusters. Where is that drone? I think it's over here. I can't see it though. The text is in the way. There it is. It still has a turret on it, but it's not shooting, so... Out of power? Whoops, too far. Looks like the turret was holding the balance. 5 cases. I'll take it. Oh! This did not like hitting the ground. It's only armor. All the critical systems exploded when it hit the ground. I don't know what I shot to knock it out of the sky, but I'm pretty sure by seeing those thrusters on the ground, I must have shot off a couple of its maneuvering thrusters, causing the drone to wig out. I may have even damaged the battery. I couldn't tell because there was a gigantic hole where all the critical components were at. There was a few thrusters left on it, but most of it was destroyed. So, since I've pissed off G-corp a lot, and I have components to burn, I might see if I could sell some off. Or see if the station sells uranium. Maybe find out information. Who knows what everything's gonna be in here. However, the safe zone will protect me from any G-corp that might come at me. Also, I've been seeing some vanilla space pirates, which shouldn't happen because I have them turned off. So something is still bugged with my save. That's a pretty picture. Nah, not as pretty since Watermelon's not completely built in the front. Got 2 compartments I still have to build up. And don't know what I'm gonna do with all those batteries. Odds are, I'm probably gonna drain them into Watermelon. They're like emergency power that I've got stored. That's gonna be it for this episode, so I'll see you next time. Bye! Take care, everyone. No, still have some seconds left. I'll add some air back to the cabin. See ya! And bye!